Recessionary pressures, I'll tell you the thing we're watching for most closely, and it's not anything to do with the, Department of Government Efficiency or Elon Musk or all that stuff that's been in the news lately. Not that that is meaningless, but that's not really the thing that I think is going to make a difference for the economy. The one policy that we are watching very closely is the mass deportation plan. Okay, which is already being implemented. You're already seeing on the news, about ICE and finding people who are undocumented or in this country, illegally. And I know this is a very political topic, so I'm not going to weigh in on the moral questions here or even the political ones. But it's a complicated thing to think about because if the administration or the federal government, let's say, were successful in deporting millions of immigrants, illegal immigrants, if you want to call them that, whatever, right? That could be a detriment to our economy, at least in the short term. And I say that because, yes, a lot of these people here are undocumented or improperly documented, but a lot of them are also working and they're filling jobs that we kind of need to be filled. I mean, I remember one of the examples I've used is last year, even, there were stories about farmers who were having to let crops rot in their fields because they just didn't have the human power, the pickers, to get the crops out of the field in a timely way to get them on store shelves and blah blah blah. They were already experiencing a labor shortage. Well, that is an industry that does heavily rely on immigrants, legal and otherwise, to supply it with workers. And if you're taking away a chunk of that labor force, that could have implications. Now, again, there are political reasons why, and again, I'm not even going to get close to the moral side of the equation, one way or the other. So I'm not saying I think the political thing here is less of an economic justification and more of just well, we're going to enforce these border laws as we see them, right? But as they do that, I am watching very closely to see how big of a vacuum they're going to leave behind in terms of all these workers being pulled out of their jobs, right?